Okay, so hello. This is our team call for, I always forget the date, June 16th. And I don't have that much to say because we kind of I touched base with you last week, and the next week will be more important, I guess, because we need to make sure that we're closing up with the month good and everything. But as far as anything that I have for you today, um, Shakeology group, I think Elena posted today, Jenny, I believe, posted today. I posted. If anyone else wants to hop in on that, it's a good idea to at least post today or tomorrow because you need to get those shipped to people. So, and depending upon where they are, and look at who you're talking to before you go send them, because I've had this happen the very first time I ever ran this, and it was a girl in Canada. And the shipping was like $13, and she got them way later than everybody else. And it was just, I mean, it was fine because she still got to try them, but she actually ended up buying some. But still, you want to like think about who you're selling to or who you're having to send them to as well. But doing the $30 for 5 packets kind of allows you to make up for that shipping. You shouldn't have to spend more than a couple dollars on shipping, which makes up for that extra $5 that you're charging them. So. But I would post about that this week, and then it's going to start on Monday and just be the full week. And we can probably all just go in on one group together, depending upon who's doing that. And if you want to jump in on that and you don't have packets, then you can totally have them go and sign up and spend $20 and get the Shakeology sampler. So that's an option too. The commission is the reason I don't do that, and if I ever need to do any more, then I will. But the reason I don't do that as much is because the commission for us is only like $5, as opposed to me having like 4 or 5 boxes sitting over here of Shakeology that I can send all those packets out, and it's $30 for every 5 of them that I'm sending out. So those of you who have your husband signed up, definitely make sure that they're on the packet so that in the future months you can be selling those, because it's an easy way to make back that one, a little over $100 that you have to spend on it anyways. So, so jump in on that if you want to, and if not, that's okay too. You can do it another month. The water group, just make sure that you're being consistent and posting in there. Free groups, you never know how they're going to go. Sometimes people are going to be really active and really posting. Like my group, there's been a lot of people posting, but it's been like the same people. So, which is, it's just how it goes out of, however many people you have in there. So, and that's, it's just, you never know with the people that are going to join with the free group and how into it they'll be. And some of them will respond to the event, and then add them into the group. We don't hear from them. They said they want to. So, that's just kind of how it goes. But, you can definitely, like for me, and I know Mamie's group, that we're both doing like prizes at the end. So I kind of, in every post, I'm like, remember to post in the comments, share below, because, participation equals gifts, giveaways or gifts or whatever. So, for me, I kind of usually do like 2 little giveaways, and one will be for like the most participation, and one will be for, I don't know, something creative. So you can make it up for your group, someone who posted really fun pictures, or checked in every single day, or something like that. Or you can even do it based on the very last day, whoever posts these couple of things, you can make whatever kind of rules you want, and try to get people to participate that way. But don't take it personally when they're not sharing and not posting as much as you want them to. It's just, you can just kind of never know what's going to happen. And if you guys are needing more ideas on what to post, I haven't been doing 3 posts today, but just maybe like 1 or 2, one right when I wake up in the morning, something that has to do with, something that they could do that day. I don't know what you guys posted in your groups today, but I posted the one about eating your water. Because some people were like, oh, I never thought about that. Like, eating watermelon is water, and spinach has water in it. And so they really enjoyed that graphic. And I posted that, that link to the, I can't remember, it's either like the Mommist or the some kind of link to whatever page. And there was a bunch of recipes and stuff too. And actually there was a couple girls who actually tried some of the recipes and, had posted what they were eating. One girl had pineapple and strawberries that she decided to add to her meal because she remembered seeing that graphic this morning. So if you haven't posted that one, that's a really fun one to post in the morning. So they kind of have some ideas of different ways that they can consume their water instead of just drinking it. So that's a fun one. What else? Sneak peek group. This week, so tomorrow is starting our sneak peek. So most of you have been adding your people. If you haven't, go ahead and add them. We talked about not adding them until today, but a lot of people got antsy and did it anyway, so I went ahead and put mine in too. And just tag them into that welcome video. And then tomorrow, I'm going to post a video in the morning, and it'll just be really quick, just reminding them to watch some of the videos that their coach is going to send them. So your job tonight or tomorrow morning is to send them a quick little blurb saying, you're so glad that they're here and everything like that. You hope that they get a lot out of this group. And over the next 3 days, you want for them to watch the sneak peek videos that kind of give them a glimpse into the behind the scenes of not only, our big team, but also just kind of what coaching is. And then you'll send them your link. And I posted my exact little paragraph that I send all my girls, and it's in the coaching, post that I made in our team page. So like where we talked about the sneak peek group, it's on there. So you can literally copy and paste that and change the wording if you want, and then also put your website in there. So you're sending them to that Dream Team website, the same website that you went to when you watched the sneak peek videos. So you want to send that tonight or tomorrow morning, just kind of letting them know. And then as far as the rest of the group's going to go, tomorrow I'll make a video kind of, reminding them to start watching those videos. Thursday, I figured we could kind of have like a question and answer type thing. If anyone has like ideas on that, I was just going to have them kind of maybe post some questions and we could easily, answer underneath, or we could schedule a call. I know it's kind of everyone to get on in the evening time, so that's something that we don't have to do, but it could just be a place where, people can ask questions, because so often everyone has the same questions, and so it at least helps for them to be able to come back to the group after they're watching all those videos and be able to ask those questions and have everyone else also see them, so they're not alone feeling stupid asking about money or how they make money, or, I'm not fit enough, or I'm not whatever enough, could I even do this, or, whatever the scenario is. So kind of it allows us to support them as a team. And then on Friday, I am going to post a webinar that Micah did with one of her coaches, and it's really good. She usually sends that webinar out, and then she'll send them the sneak peek videos, but we're going to kind of do it opposite this time. So Friday, I'll post that webinar for them, and it's long. I think it's like 30 or 40 minutes. But if they want to watch it, that kind of gives them a really good glimpse into the behind the scenes, and also lets them see Micah and have her kind of tell her story. And then also Candace is one of the coaches underneath Micah, who's kind of started to have a really good business, and she's just become a really great leader. So we'll post that on Friday and just kind of encourage them to watch, and again, post questions. And then over the weekend, it's just your job to kind of check in with them, see what they're thinking. And some people will message you like on the first day on Wednesday and be like, I'm in, like I want to coach. Other people you might not hear from them. I had people from my last sneak peek group that seemed really interested and were excited on that welcome video, and then I never heard back from them. So that be prepared for that to happen too, because sometimes people just, life happens and they forget to kind of answer back, or it just becomes not a priority. And then others will want to ask some questions over the weekend, talk it over with their husbands or whoever. And then those might be some of the girls that sign up, and that's when you want to get them signed up, and then also welcome them into that group. Just be like, hey, I'm so glad that, like, Rachel actually was one of the girls, and Caitlin. I think Rachel and Caitlin were two of the girls from my last sneak peek that became coaches. And so I got to welcome them in that group and just kind of let everyone else see, hey, these two girls joined us, and we're so glad that they're here, and that kind of thing. So on that, does anyone have questions on any of that stuff, those of you who are on the call, before I move on?
So Ashley, my friend Erin, who's been saying for like 2 months now that she wants to sign up. Like, she keeps saying, I want to sign up, but I just, I can't right now. Like, I don't know what to keep saying to her, because she asked to, she's a good friend. We've been friends since like diapers. She asked to be added to
the hardest ones to get. Your closest friends will be the hardest people to get to buy a challenge pack or to join you in anything. And I don't know why, it just is.
But she keeps saying, like, I'm so interested. It seems like perfect. Like, I would love it. Like, she just had gastric bypass surgery.
Yeah.
So, and she's lost so much weight. Like, her story is amazing. And she asked to be added to the group again, but she keeps saying that she, it's just not the right time, not the right time. And I don't know what to say. Like, do I just, like, leave it? Or
I mean, because what you don't want to happen is you don't want to sign up a coach and for it to not have been the right time, and then to feel pressured and to feel like, okay, like I really do just need to do this, and then not feel ready, and then have a bunch of things holding them back from sharing, from feeling comfortable.
Hello?
And all that. Someone said hello.
Yeah, that's Shane. Sorry.
Okay.
He doesn't know I'm on the phone.
Great.
That's okay.
I don't know how to mute this. How do I mute it?
On the bottom left, you can do there's like a little. It's okay. But the last thing that you want is for somebody to feel like they're not ready, and then for them to drop off, because that would suck too. And it happens. I've had coaches that have signed up and been really excited, and then all of a sudden it's like they quit before they even started, kind of thing. And and it happens. It happens to everybody. But I would just keep supporting her, keep adding her every time. Just be like, hey, I know we've already talked about all this stuff, but just I'm here, and I'm so excited for you when you feel like the time is right.
Okay, that's good.
That's all you can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though it kind of is like annoying. You're like, I know you'd be so good at this, but.
I know, she would. Oh my gosh. She would. Okay.
Yeah. So I would just give her some space, give her some time, still support her, add her into everything. That's all you can do. Invite her anytime to think about coaching, anything like that, invite her to it and that kind of thing. And then, over time, give her some. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
I have another random question. Do you have any vegan packets?
Do I have any vegan? I do have some, but I drink them mostly. So I usually just sell the.
Because I have a vegan who's like interested in trying the 5-day Shaco, but I don't have any vegan packets. So I didn't know. Do you have any to spare, or?
I don't because I have like 25 girls that reach out to me. So they might not want those ones. So just send me a message so that I at least have it in my inbox, and I'll.
Okay. And if not, I'll send her I can get her to get the sampler on through Beachbody. So it'll be fine.
So but send me a message, because this brain will forget. But if you send me a message,
I'll forget probably too. So.
All right, cool. What else? Anyone else that's on the call that has a question? There's that. Okay, I was going to screen share our, let me see if I can find it again. Okay, our monthly calendar really quickly, and then I don't really have much else for us. So, okay, sharing our calendar again, just making sure we're kind of all on the same page here. It is so hard to talk when you're pregnant. Like literally, he's like so high under my ribs. I'm sorry, I keep coughing, and I'm like out of breath.
You like have to lay back.
Like stretch back here. I'm like, oh my God. Kind of embarrassing. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we are here today. This is us. So tonight, if you want to do a last minute, sneak peek, last call, I think Rachel did one, and a couple girls have talked about doing that tonight. Great idea. I haven't even done that yet, but go for it. And you can use this in graphic, or even do, it could even be like a lot of girls do, what's it called? Where you have a picture. It's like you and they're holding like a piece of paper or something, and it could be something really simple, and you just quickly put the words in here. Last call to open house, or last call to whatever, and say a little blurb. Sometimes it's nice to do something that's a little bit different than what you already did, just because they're not like, oh, I already saw that. Because if they might have already seen it and already passed it by, then they might think that they're just kind of seeing something recycled in. But if it's something different, then it might catch their eye, and you could kind of get them in that way. So just a thought, or a picture of you. It doesn't have to be a whole sneak peek post like you made before, all those awesome elaborate ones that everybody made. So, or just change the picture of you, something like that. So then our sneak peek, you see that it's going to start the rest of this week. And we will wrap up on Friday, and then over the weekend kind of be sharing, with those people and following up with them, seeing what's going on. And then over this calendar, I made it pretty early on. So we really have time to promote, a couple days later than on Sunday. I just always say Sunday since that's a good time for my network of people to see things, but Monday is too. So hopefully over the next couple months, you guys will kind of see too when people have kind of reached out the most to you, except over the summertime, it's been like totally random. And some people will not see anything on Sunday. And then on like Wednesday, they'll see like everything. So, but you can kind of just see the trend and how your followers and how your network kind of runs. But you want to start thinking of what we want to do next month. I kind of told you guys what my game plan was just because July is really crazy for us, for my family personally. So I think I'm going to do something like Bring the Heat and do it like the second heat wave, like the second part of Bring the Heat. So, that kind of allows your girls that are in there to have that extra support over the summer. They get a whole 2 months of you kind of helping them along. And then you'll be able to post about it again, with a new graphic. It just say, the group that we have going on right now is going so amazing that we've decided to extend it. And I'm looking for, 10 new people to join me, or, whatever you want to say. And then if you want to do something completely different, you're done with this group and you're ready to promote something totally new, go for it. You can totally create. Some of you talked about different groups. I don't know if you're talking about free ideas or if you're talking about real big challenge groups, but you don't have to always do what I do. It's just kind of me sharing everything, and you're welcome to use everything that I have. But, if you want to do something different, then you absolutely can. So that can be whatever you want to do. That's about it for the rest of the month. So just making sure that we follow. This week has been a big week with the free group and with the sneak peek group. And then if you're doing Shakeology, then we're going from the 22nd to the 26th. And then, but besides that, for the end of the month, your job is to nail down Success Club, whatever your goal was, if it was 5 or if it was 10 or if it was 16 or whatever. It's your job to nail that down, and let me know if you have questions or if you need help, or some of you have been messaging me when you hear from somebody and you're like, I really don't know what to say to this person. Do that. I do not mind helping you come up with a script of what to say to that person if we think that it'll help you to be able to close that sale or close that person coming into a group, or or whatever it may be. So sometimes it just takes a couple times to kind of get down the wording and the things that you want to say, and I'm happy to help with that. But that's all I have for you. So I thought I would leave it open for any questions really quick, and then we can be done. So does anyone have anything they need?
I just have a quick question. Is there sometimes benefit that you can see from hitting Success Club 5? Because I think I'm at 6 or 7 right now, and I don't see any difference in my back office, or I don't see anything under leads or customers, and it's my first time hitting it, so I'm I don't even know how this works.
Yeah. It's a good question. So as far as when you go into your back office and you click on My Leads, you won't see anything there. Okay. I don't know why they do that, but I never, in my 7 or 8 months of coaching, I've never seen anything there. Where you will see them is when you go to My Customers, or go into the, right when you sign in, it has your little square there and tells you all your Success Club points. And that is where you'll see on the left-hand side is new customers. And so when you click there, every so often you'll see a new customer pop up, and it'll say customer program. If it says my site, that means somebody came to your site and actually ordered from you. So that's probably somebody that you were talking to, or, as you get later on in coaching, if you posted about a sale and you gave out your link, they probably went to your site. But if it's the customer program, that means that you got somebody, it's a free lead, and that's what you get with Success Club 5 and when you're Emerald. And that is just a person who signed up and they want to coach. So basically, you are now designated to them as a coach. Sometimes it's awkward because you'll get a guy and it'll be some 40-year-old man who wants nothing to do with a young 25, 26-year-old, but which is fine. And so you probably won't hear back from them, but sometimes you will. Laura actually has had a couple success stories with some of her coaches or some of her customers that were free leads. So for me, I always send them a little quick email when I see them pop in there, because the back office does keep track of that. They do keep track of if you're actually reaching out to your customers or not. So
Okay.
you want to kind of grab their email and send them an email. And I usually do it from my Gmail. I don't usually do it from my actual office in there, because it kind of just looks spammy when they get it. So I usually just copy their email address and I send it there. And I made a quick video of myself. I was just like, hey, I'm Ashley. Like, I'm so glad you're here. I just wanted to introduce myself. I am your Team Beachbody coach. I'm a such and such coach, and I'm so excited for you. I want you to know that I'm here for you if you have any questions about programs, or if you want to get into a support group. I host them monthly, blah, blah, blah. Okay, nice to meet you. Bye. Something really short and sweet like that. And I have like an email that I just copy and paste every time. Hey, George, my name is Ashley, and I'm your Team Beachbody coach. I just wanted to introduce myself and let you know that I'm here to support you in anything that you need, something like that. For further fitness and health, support or help, whatever, I list like the different ways that they can contact me, my email, my Instagram, my Facebook, that kind of thing, where they can see different links. I'm like, and here's a short video I made for you as you're getting started. Can't wait to hear back from you, Ashley. Something really, really short and sweet like that. So when you're enrolled and you get Success Club 5, you're getting those free leads. They're just there. They haven't bought anything. They just want a free coach. So you maybe did a program, after the program, it's like, do you want more support? You should go to Club Team Beachbody and get a coach. That's them. That's who you're getting, those people. So, but then if you're enrolled and you get to 10 Success Club, then that is when you get Shakeology leads. You could be totally blessed and get an awesome lead where someone buys like 3 orders of Shakeology and you make like a crazy commission. Or you could get maybe like one person who buys a sampler 1 month, or you could get a couple people a month. You never know. And it just kind of depends on how many people that month hit Success Club 10 and how many people are Emerald or Diamond or whoever. So that's the main difference. Once you become Emerald, you're eligible for those leads, but 5 is just the free leads and 10 is the actual paid Shakeology.
Okay. Do you get every month? If you hit Success Club 10, do you get those Shakeology leads every month, or is it just like sometimes?
No, you'll definitely get somebody every month. It just might not be so awesome as the other.
Yeah, it might be $5. It might be $100.
Yeah, seriously. Sometimes it'll be someone who will order like a couple doses of Shakeology or whatever, So I always, when I started working Spencer's side, I would get myself to 10, and then I'd get over and I'd try to make him to 5. And then I'd try to make him to 10. And a lot of times I never hit 10, but I would at least hit 5. And we'd be getting free people there that I can send emails to. So if you're working your husband's business, that's kind of like one thing to think about in the back of your head as you start working him forward. Because for us, hitting Success Club like 16 or 17 is awesome and it looks great. We get to go on the leaderboard, but it's not really doing anything for you, if that makes sense. So if you have a husband's account, then put it on him, because you're going to build that weekly volume. So just a tip. Anything else from anyone? And you guys can always just call me or reach out to me. I've had a lot of people schedule calls and stuff, so that's totally fine too.
I wanted to add on to that, Ashley. Hi. I wanted to add on to that because when it comes to getting leads, so I decided I was going to go through and actually text message everyone who I had mailed or emailed out months ago, because I actually just text somebody randomly. She's actually one of my shake leads. But she never responded to an email from like 4 months ago, and she's been getting shakes this whole time. So I finally texted her and I was like, hey, I just wanted to follow up, blah, blah, blah. And she responded immediately. So I probably went to like a spam folder. So I now do both. I email and I text. I know it sounds kind of like crazy, but I do. So
no, it's not at all. I'm so glad you said that, because I was going to mention that too, and then, I forgot. But I do that too. I do text people as well, which I heavily relied on emails at the beginning. But then somebody mentioned to me, hey, you guys should totally just text them. I was like, okay. So
Jared did that, and I saw he was getting success, and I was like, oh, I got to try this. And it didn't work.
You really
it's hit or miss, but.
So it is. It's very hit or miss. And sometimes you'll have like a million messages where no one's responded back, but it's still, it's like that go for no. It's better to have all those blank messages and then have like one person that's like, yes. You're like, oh. So yeah, but texting them does work. But think about us too. You might not check your emails as much unless you're working, but you always get a text on your phone. Your phone's always by you. So
right.
Not that way. So it's not creepy to just do something really quick. Hey, my name is Michelle. I'm your Team Beachbody coach. I just wanted to say hi and, let you know that I'm here for you as you're, starting your new program. Let me know how I can help you, or how are you liking Shakeology if they're a Shakeology lead? How are you liking the 21-day fix if they bought some kind of challenge pack, or, because you can see what it is that they bought. So if you can do that and personalize it more so it actually makes you feel like legit, like you know what they bought.
And the more specific you are, I think the better it is too, because if you're just like, hi, I'm Joe Schmo, they're going to be like, this is totally not legit. And then if you say, oh, I see you, how are you liking Insanity right now? Like, do you want a support group? That kind of thing. They're going to be like, oh, well, okay, they do know what I'm getting.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Maybe that is creepy, but I don't know.
Thank you, Laura. That reminded me of what I was going to say. Very nice. Yeah. So that's another good tip.
Cool.
Anyone else?
Ashley, for July, I know you're busy. Are you going to be? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You went away for a second, but I got you. Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, my computer keeps freezing.
Go
I
ahead.
know for July you're going to be busy. Are you just using like Buffer to? Oh no!
We can still hear you.
Is she gone? Is she there?
No.
No, you're there, Laura. You're here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're just moving slow-mo, but we can hear you.
Ah! Sorry. For July, are you using Buffer for most of your posts since you're so busy?
I am, and I don't mean like super busy where we're going
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
I don't mean like I won't like be around, but like I said, I'll be watching those kids, and I'll have some weeks here and there where I'm not as busy, but I'm mostly I'm thinking about like weekends are busy because we have every single shower for our baby is in July. Like back to back to back. So we're trying to make it a little bit easier on us. And Acacia and I had kind of thought about that anyways, because a lot of the programs go more than just 30 days or, like the 26 days that we usually do for these groups. And so, and our group is really loving Bring the Heat. And so we thought it'd be kind of fun to, do something different and think of a different way to kind of, I don't know, bump it up, maybe do different. We have, Acacia and I did 1 year, 1 month. We did do a group where they earned points for doing different things. And that was so fun because by the end of the month, we got to choose a winner based off of that. Like they got 1 point for posting, them drinking their Shakeology, and 2 points for this and 3 points for this. And then it was like they, got to keep track of their points. And so that's kind of a fun thing too. You can always, it doesn't always have to be a whole new thought out, big, awesome group. It can be something different. And so June and July just kind of go together anyways. And so we thought that we just kind of extend it and make it the second heat wave. And then for August, have something, as people are going back to school and all that kind of stuff and make it a little bit different. So that's just my personal idea. You guys do not have to do that at all. If you want to, you can.
Well, I know Alicia and I were going to try to do a point system again. We did that one time, but wasn't very organized or hard to keep track of everybody. So we were going to implement Carly Del Carlo's, that video that she did. And I was going to actually draft something up, and I'll share it with you all. Like, I'll have it in print if anybody wants a copy of what we do, just in case, to make it look cleaner. But I just want to get everyone's opinion because I'm going to be busy in July with, obviously, Summit, but I have my niece visiting and other trips going on. Yeah. I tried using Buffer, and it did not go very well for me. And then I tried using Hootsuite, and it wouldn't let me post to individual Facebook groups, just regular Facebook.
Buffer only lets you do one place unless you want to pay $99 a year to have access, which I like seriously thought about, even though it's so expensive, but I would be amazing to be able to post my one graphic in my 3 places that I needed to go.
That's true. Yeah.
So to me, I always think about what's the investment, what am I going to get out of this? Would it be helpful? Would it be worth it? But I haven't quite made the leap yet for that. But I don't know. So usually what I do with Buffer is it just helps me to not have to spend so much time on creating the post. So like the night before, or even like on Monday, I'll kind of like space out my posts at least till Wednesday, for like the morning, and I'll have those posts made and make sure they go to just my personal page. And that way then, when I wake up at 7 o'clock or whatever, and I don't want to sit there and have to think out, because I like to try to I like to be thoughtful in my posts and try to think of what I'm going to say. And sometimes that's what takes so long, So if I already have it ready to go, then I post it, and I just quickly go to it and I just copy the wording and I paste it in those 2 other groups. And that at least only takes me 2 minutes versus that 10 minutes to sit there and write it all out kind of thing. I have 2 minutes to do that. I'm not that busy, but it just kind of helps that way. So, and then if I forgot to, then it's going to my main page that everyone sees, and then my Fit page can, it can do without it, and that kind of thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, unless you want to pay for it, I haven't found anything yet that allows us to be able to do that. I do know that on Fit pages, though, that you can schedule post on there, and I haven't actually tried. I literally just discovered that today when I went to say post, and then it was like post now or schedule, and I was like, oh, so I'll let you know if that works, because that would be
awesome.
You could post it that way and then also post on there, and then you just have to worry about your group or whatever. So
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Anything else, lovely?
Okay.
If not, then we will hop off and you guys can enjoy the rest of your evening, since I don't know why it's been a horrible day for me today, but it's just been a long
Ashley.
It's okay.
It's the heat and the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really hot.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
It's like 96. Where is it? 96 where you are, Michelle, or is it even hotter? Because you guys.
It's like, I think it was like 99 or something like that. I was dying. I literally got home from, where were we? Oh, we went out to try to get a Father's Day card, unsuccessful. And I literally was so hot when I got home that I just stripped down to my shorts underwear, and was just at the kitchen table, I'm so pregnant and so hot.
That time I came home, I immediately said hi to Spencer. I walked straight to the shower, and I took a shower, and I'm in my PJs and little boxer shorts, and I'm like, oh.
It's awful.
Oh my God. I love it.
Yeah.
I just had 2 quick questions, really quick. So if we have somebody who wants to try the free Beachbody On Demand thing, do we just send them our Beachbody Coach link and they can sign up there, or is there something else that we have to send them?
Yes, you can send them there, and then you tell them, they'll create their link and they sign up for a club membership.
Okay.
Or you can use the Coach mobile website, which is, I like to do that more, but it never works on my phone. So I have totally seemed really unprofessional one time and tried to have someone oh, here, give me your information. I'll sign you up. And then I was like, oh wait, it's not working. I did not know what I was doing, but it does work on the computer. So if you go to mobile.teambeachbody.com or whatever, and you can just talk to that person, you get there. All you need from them is just their name and their email. And then them, and I can, if you send me an email, Michelle, and remind me, I can send you the email with the steps too, because they will just get an email from them saying, you've requested Team Beachbody On Demand access, blah, blah, blah. Please follow these steps to confirm it or whatever. So you go and you put their name and their email, and you click on, skip the challenge pack order, and you just click on club, and it'll show up the total as $0. And so then you'll just say submit, and it'll send them that email, and then you'll give them this little graphic that tells them the steps of how to go about confirming it. And then they've got 30 days from that date that's free before they have to cancel it on that 31st day, or before that 31st day.
Okay. And then I just wanted to ask you about, because I watched Micah's video a couple weeks ago about, I don't even remember what it was about, but she was talking about fit pages versus personal pages. And they said that if you don't have a fit page that already has a bunch of likes and everything, to not worry about building it. And so me and Jacob made a fit page, but now I just post everything on my regular page. And so I feel like I'm going to be posting everything on my regular page, my fit page, and my Instagram. I don't want to be
that's what I do, but Well, and some things I won't post if it's like more like my personal things or like even really things about like, oh, this is what this business has done for me kind of thing. I don't really even post that on my Fit page because I try to make it more fitness-y. But I use my Fit page way more just to pull Instagram people over to Facebook. That is like my one gold mine right there, is because I can post, you know, in my Instagram, I have my link to my Fit page. So if I ever have a recipe or if I ever have somebody who needs to do whatever, I say, hey, you know, drop your email or send me a Facebook message. And most of them, because a lot of times, you know, it's like even though you're searching for, they know my name is Ashley Smith. There could be a million Ashleys. There are a million Ashley Smiths. So, you know, they can go click on the link and they go straight to my Fit page and can send me a message there because you can message people on there. So that's kind of where I focus on it more. I don't try to build it a lot. You know, if people like it, awesome. If not, I don't really care. I'm not trying to like get a bunch of followers on there. I just kind of use it more as an outlet to get Instagram over to Facebook, which is what you definitely want to do.
Okay.
So if I'm ever like DMing somebody on Instagram, I always say, hey, let's take this over to Facebook. Can you friend me real quick? And that way I can say, you know, that way I can type faster on there or, you know, whatever you want to say.
Okay. But you don't just send them to your personal page? Because can you link your personal page in your Instagram?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
For me, I like to do my Fit page because then I also get to see like individually who is going on there and who is, you know, liking. Usually they'll go on and like the page and then message me on there, and then I can add them as a friend. Then I can put that into my power of threes and know that I friended such and such or so and so, and then, you know, and so now they're following my Fit page, but now they're also following my profile. So, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else? If not, then you guys just reach out to me if you need me.
Will do.
All
right. Feel better.
Thanks, Ash.
Bye, girl. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.